my English classroom. I'm your English teacher Sheikh Rafi. Today in this video, I'm going to start a very important grammar topic. The topic is active voice, passive voice. Now, this topic actually starts from grade 6th and continues up to the 10th grade. Even in some colleges, that is at intermediate level or at graduation level, they still teach active voice, passive voice. Moreover, in all competitive exams, this is one important topic of testing. So, let us learn active voice and passive voice. To understand it, I have given you here an example. Look at the board, all of you. Krish broke the glass. Now this same sentence I have written in another way. The glass was broken by Krish. The meaning of both the sentences is same. The only difference is the word order. Let us try to understand what is the meaning conveyed by the first sentence. Look at the sentence. Krish broke the glass. In this sentence, Krish is the subject, whereas broke is the verb, the action. And if you look at this sentence, this action is performed by Krish, who is the subject of the sentence. So, when a sentence is in such a form that subject is the doer of action, then it is called active voice. Let me repeat it once again. When the subject is the doer of the action, it is called active voice. We can simply remember it as the subject is active, so it is active voice. Look at the second sentence. In second sentence, the subject is the glass. Here, the verb, that is the action, is was broken. So, when we read the second sentence, what we understand here is that subject is not the doer of the action. In fact, the subject receives the impact of the action. So, here the subject is not the doer but the receiver of the action. Such sentences are called passive voice. Or we can simply keep it in mind, when the subject is passive, we call it as passive voice. So, after understanding this, now let us come to understand what is the meaning of active voice or passive voice. Active voice or passive voice both refer to verb forms. Active voice is a verb form where it indicates that the subject is the doer of the action, whereas the verb form which indicates that the subject is the receiver of the action, then it is called a passive voice. Let us understand how to transform an active voice into passive voice. To change an active voice sentence into passive voice, we should first identify what is the subject, what is the verb, and what is an object in the given sentence. For example, here I have taken a sentence, Geeta sang a song. Now in this sentence, Geeta is the subject. The action performed by Geeta, that is sang. Sang is verb. And the third thing is song. A song is object here. So children, first thing is classification. We have to identify what is a subject, what is a verb, and what is an object in a sentence here. Then the second step, what should we do is, we have to interchange the place of the subject and the object. The object in active voice will become the subject in passive voice. So we will start the sentence, a song. Then the subject in active voice will become an object in passive voice. We will write by Geeta. By Geeta. So here the sentence ends. And we are left with the blank here, where we have to use a proper be form plus past participle of the verb, that is V3. Now let us see the verb given here. It is sang. And if you know the three forms of the verb, that is present tense, past tense and past participle, it is sing, sang, sung. So the V3 here is sung. I take sung here. The leftover is B form. Now to change an active voice into passive voice, we have to use the proper B form plus V3. As the sentence, as the subject is singular and verb is past tense, so the proper B form is was. So the answer is, a song was sung by Geeta. Now that is how we have to transform an active voice into passive voice. What I have done, the first thing is the object in active voice becomes the subject in passive voice, whereas the subject in active voice becomes the object in passive voice. I have used the preposition by before the object here. We use by just to indicate that this action was performed by the object. So by is used just to make the object as an agent of action. So we should remember that we should use by before the object. Then what we have done, the next stage is we have to use the proper form of be plus V3. So in this way we can change an active voice sentence into passive voice. But to do this, children, we should understand what are the different B forms that we use and when should we use them. So before going further, let us quickly look at what are the B forms. B forms are actually called as helping verb, auxiliary verbs which are used to frame the tense of a verb or mood of a verb or voice of a verb. Let us see what are the various B forms. Now, B forms are decided based on subject, whether subject is singular or subject is plural, and these B forms changes according to tenses. So this is not the thing which you commonly find in grammar books. In grammar books you will find a totally different structures which are a bit lengthier. So just to make it easy and simple, I have given you this short form which you should try to remember. Now see here, B forms. In case of present tense, when the subject is first person, that is I, only with I we use B form am. For example, I am a teacher, I am a singer. Similarly, when it is the third person, we use is, he is, she is. When the subject is plural, that is in case of present tense, we use the B form are, they are, we are. Coming to past tense, in case of past tense, for singular subject we use B form was, whereas for plural subject we use were. Now up to here we can categorize as singular and plural, but when it comes to continuous tense, I have mentioned only B form as being. Now continuous tense can be present continuous tense or past continuous tense. It can also be present continuous tense with singular subject or plural subject. It can also be past continuous tense with singular subject or plural subject. So whether it is present or past, singular or plural, we can take from here, whereas for continuous tense we will take B form being. How? We will see it in future when we do some more examples. Similarly, for perfect tense we use B form as been. And finally, coming to future tense, when we talk about future tense, the sentences which are in future tense, we use B form as be. So I just want all of you to keep these B forms in your mind so that in future when we use it, you will understand much better. So let us see how to continue, how to change active voice into passive voice. When we change an active voice sentence into passive voice, we should always remember that in English there are 4 kinds of sentences. We have assertive sentences, imperative sentences, interrogative sentences, and exclamatory sentences. So children, here you have to keep in mind what type of sentence you are going to change into passive voice, because here and there you will find some minor changes that occur. So we cannot say that there is one single rule for changing all types of sentences. So be careful. In today's video, I am going to explain only of how to change an assertive sentence from active voice to passive voice. For other types of sentences, please follow my video which I will be releasing in the future. Let us continue and understand how to change an assertive sentence from active voice to passive voice. I have taken a very simple example. Jim writes a letter. Now I am going to change it into passive voice. I want all of you to observe it very closely and understand it. So to change it, first I will identify what is the subject here, what is the verb here, and the object. So I will follow the rules. I will keep the object in place of subject, a letter. Then thereafter I know I have to write be form plus V3, that is the past participle form of the verb, and finally I have to use the preposition by, and I have to keep subject as object. So this is how my answer is going to come. V3 I know I have to use the third form, that is past participle of write. Write, wrote, written. So I am going to write here written. The only thing left over is the be form. How I decide be form? The object here is singular, a letter is singular, verb is present tense. So in the be forms we saw, for singular present tense we use is. So my answer is a letter is written by Jim. Let us see the same example with changing the object. I'll write Jim writes letters. Right. When we look at this sentence, the only difference is here. The subject is same in both the sentences. The verb is present tense. Only thing is I have changed the object. Here the object is singular, whereas here the object is plural, letters. Same method will keep the object as a subject. Letters. We'll put a dash. Here we have to write be form plus V3 by Jim. I'm keeping the subject as object in passive voice. By Jim. V3 again I know write, wrote, written. Written is V3. Written. And only thing I have to define is be form. How do I get be form? Letters. Object is plural and verb is present tense. In be forms, just now we saw, if the object is plural and the verb is in present form, we use are. So the answer will be letters are written by Jim. Let us see the same example in another tense. Let us now see one example in present continuous tense. I have taken the same example. Jim is writing a letter. So you can see here I have used present continuous tense, and I have also put the be forms table here for a better understanding. You can see here S stands for singular and P stands for plural, present tense, past tense, continuous tense, perfect tense and future tense. So keeping this table in front of us, let us try to work out the example here. So again, I'm going to change this sentence. Jim is writing a letter, the sentence which is in present continuous tense. So first step, identify the subject, identify the verb and the object. So Jim is the subject, is writing present continuous tense, a letter is the object. So second step, we will change or we'll keep object in the active voice as subject in passive voice, a letter. Then thereafter we'll leave space for writing be form plus V3 and you will keep the subject as object, by Jim. Now this is how my sentence is going to come. Now V3 I know, write, wrote, written. So here I will V3 written. Now I have to define, or I have to decide B form. Now see how I'm going to decide B form. Here the object is singular present continuous tense. So I go to singular. In singular, for present tense I use is, and continuous tense I use being. Is, being, present singular continuous tense, is, being. So my answer is a letter is being written by Jim. Right? Let us again go with the same example. I'm going to change the subject there, and instead of singular subject we will take plural. Jim is writing letters. Now you can notice here I have changed the object. The subject is same, Jim, verb is also same, present continuous tense, only object has changed. Here the object was singular, whereas in this example it is plural. So let us do the second step. We are going to keep the object as the subject in the passive voice. So we'll write letters, we'll write B form plus V3 by Jim. So what we have done, subject we have kept as object and we have used the preposition by it. V3 we know, we have written so many examples till now. V3 is written, write, wrote, written. Only B form I have to decide. How I decide B form? We decide B form based on the subject and the verb. Subject is singular present continuous tense. Sorry, the subject here is plural present continuous tense. So I go to plural. For present tense I take are, for continuous tense I take being. Plural present continuous tense, are, being. So I'll use letters are being written by Jim. Okay children, I hope you are understanding. Let us go with the next type of tense, that is present perfect tense. Here you can see I have given an example in present perfect tense. Jim has written a letter. In this sentence, Jim is subject, has written is verb, a letter is object. So we can see here that verb is in present perfect tense, has written. Here we have already mentioned that when it is perfect tense, we have to use been. For present tense, if the subject is singular, we use has. If the subject is plural, we use have. Whereas in case of past perfect tense, for both singular or plural subject, we use had. So it can be either has been or have been or had been. So let us see the B forms here. We will try to change it into passive voice. We will keep the object in place of subject. A letter dash by Jim. Right? So we can see object we have kept in place of subject we have kept in place of object, we have used the preposition by. Here we have to use B form plus V3. Again V3 is well known to us. We will write here written, and B form we have to decide. A letter is singular, and since it is present perfect tense, for singular present we will use has, and for perfect tense we will use been. So a letter has been written by Jim. So that is how it is going to come. Let us see the same example by changing the object into plural. Jim has written letters. Jim has written letters. So here the subject is Jim, verb is has written, and letters is object. So we can observe here the verb is in present perfect tense. So let us change it into passive voice. We'll take the object and keep it in place of subject. Letters we have to write here proper B form, and V3 finally by writing the subject by Jim. Now V3 again I know it is written, so I'm just directly putting it here. written. Only B form I have to decide. Letters. Letters is plural. Plural for present perfect tense. When it is plural, I use have. I use have. Letters have. For perfect tense, we use been. Have been. So my answer will be letters have been written by Jim. Okay, children, I hope all of you understand. Almost all examples will be in the same format. This is only for the purpose of easy learning, that I am every time identifying what is the subject, what is the verb, what is an object, and we are following the rules. But in case if you can understand the proper B form that you have to write, you need not refer to this table, or you need not underline and write in this way. You can directly go with the answer. Coming to the next form of the verb, next is present perfect continuous tense. Children, in grammar, that is present perfect continuous tense cannot be changed into passive voice. So we will leave it and go to the next, that is simple past tense. I have written a sentence. Jim wrote a letter. You can see here, Jim is the subject, wrote is the verb, which is in simple past tense. Then a letter is object. So same rules, we will keep the object in place of subject, a letter. Then again we have to write B form plus V3, and here we will put the subject as object. So V3 we know, write, wrote, written. Written is V3. Only thing is left over, we have to decide B form. B form is decided based on subject. The subject is singular, the verb is past tense. So past tense singular we use was. So answer will be a letter was written by Jim. Let us take the same example with a plural subject, object. Jim wrote letters. So Jim is subject, wrote is verb, letters is object. Object is plural. So we will start the answer. Letters. Sorry, board is not so nice. We'll use B form here plus V3 by Jim. So V3 we know, written. Letters, the subject is plural, the verb is past tense. So in case of past tense, for plural we use were. So answer will be letters were. Letters were. The board is not fine. The letters were written by Jim. So that is how we have to go. We are going to change simple past tense from active voice to passive voice. Let us see now past continuous tense. I have written an example. Jim was writing a letter. So you notice here, Jim is the subject, was writing is verb, which is in past continuous form, and a letter is the object here. So following the rule, we will keep the object in place of subject, a letter. Then we will draw a blank which has to be filled by the proper B form plus V3 followed by and the subject taken as object. So V3 we know, written. Then we have to decide the proper B form. So B form, a letter, subject is singular, verb is past continuous tense. So singular past continuous tense. In singular for past we will take was, for continuous tense we will take being. Just look at it once again. For singular past we will take was, singular past we will take was, for continuous tense we will take being, was being. A letter was being written by Jim. Same example we will write with the plural object. Jim was writing letters. Jim was writing letters. Here Jim is subject, was writing is verb, letters is object, which is plural. The same example. Only thing is we are testing what will be the change in the form of the be when we change the object. So object we have taken plural. So we'll go with the answer letters dash. We are going to use be form plus V3 by Jim. So V3 we know, we'll write return. B form we have to decide. We'll decide it based on subject. Subject here is plural past continuous tense. So for past in plural we use were, and for continuous tense we use being. So plural past continuous tense, were being. So we'll write here letters were being written by Jim. So that's an easy way of transforming a sentence from present continuous tenses which are given from active voice to passive voice. Let us see the next form of the verb. I have taken the same example once again, but in a different tense, past perfect tense. See this sentence, Jim is the subject here, had written is verb which is in past perfect tense, and a letter is object. So previously we understood whether it is present perfect tense or past perfect tense. For perfect tense we have to use be form as been. In case of present singular subject we use has. In case of present plural subject we use have. But when it is past perfect tense, for both present singular or plural we use had for the subject. So let us continue. See here, a letter will keep object in place of subject. A letter, then we'll go with the be form plus V3, and finally we will write the object as a subject as the object here. So V3 we know, return. Only thing is we have to decide be form. So in case of past perfect tense, the subject is singular, so singular for past we will take had, and for perfect tense we will use been. So a letter had been written by Jim will be the answer. Let us do the same thing by changing the object. Jim had written letters. Jim had written letters. Here Jim is subject, had written is verb, and letters is object which is plural. So we'll put letters dash, we'll write be form plus V3 here by Jim. We know V3 return. Only thing we have to do here is we have to decide be form. So letters is plural, the verb is past perfect tense. So for plural past we use had, for perfect tense we use been. So it will be letters had been written by Jim. So only in this case we find that there is no change in both the cases. Here we use had been written when the object is singular, and here also when the subject is singular we have taken had been written. So that doesn't make difference in case of past perfect tense. Then the next tense is past perfect continuous tense. Again children, as in present perfect continuous tense we cannot change into passive voice, so is with the past perfect continuous tense. Even that we cannot change into passive voice. So we will jump to the next form of the verb, the simple future tense. Here I have given a sentence, the same example in simple future tense. Jim will write a letter. Here Jim is subject, will write is verb which is in simple future form, and a letter is object. So look at here, for future tense be form is be. So what we will do, we will follow the same rules. We will keep a letter dash, we'll use be form plus V3, then here we will write the object by Jim. A letter is a singular future tense, simple future tense. So for future tense we will use will, and be form we will use be. So the answer will be a letter will be written. A letter will be written by Jim. The same sentence will change the object, and let us see, does there come any change? Jim will write letters. So here Jim is subject, will write is verb, and letters is object. So letters, again blank, we'll fill it with be form and V3 by Jim. Now V3 we know return. Letters is plural, verb is simple future. So for simple future we'll take will, and for be form we will take be. Letters will be written by Jim. So it doesn't make any difference whether the object is singular or plural in case of simple future tense. In both the way the answer comes the same. Here once again children, I need to mention that future continuous tense and future perfect continuous tense again cannot be changed into passive voice. Altogether there are 4 forms of tenses which cannot be changed. They are present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, and future continuous tense and future perfect continuous tense. These 4 forms of the tenses cannot be changed into passive voice. The rest of the forms can be easily changed. So we have done here, one more is left. Let us see even that. Let us look at this example, a sentence based on future perfect tense here. Jim will have written a letter. So what we notice here, the sentence is in future perfect tense. So future perfect tense, for perfect tense we use be form as being. So that is what we have to keep in mind. The same method we will underline what is a subject, what is a verb, and what is an object here. We'll keep the object in place of subject, a letter. Then we have to use be form plus V3 by Jim. So since it is future perfect tense, for future and for perfect we'll use will have, and for be form we will use been. So your answer will be a letter will have been. Then we'll write V3. A letter will have been written by Jim. So same sentence, we'll change the object and see if any change comes. Jim will have written letters. So here we have changed the object. Jim is subject, will have written is verb, and letters is object, which is plural, and it doesn't make any difference. Let us see the answer. Letters, we keep be form plus V3, object will keep it as Jim by Jim. So V3 we know return, we can write here, and object, the subject here is plural, and the verb is future perfect tense. So for future perfect we will use will have, and be form we will use been. So letters will have been written by Jim. So we don't find major difference. Even we change the subject from singular to plural, it is the same. So these are all the different forms, children, which you have to learn. When you change a sentence, specifically an assertive sentence, from active voice to passive voice. Other types of sentences I have discussed in my other videos. Please follow and check those videos. In this video, please keep on following me. Today we discussed only changing of assertive sentences in passive voice, but in my forthcoming videos I will be discussing how to change an imperative sentence or an interrogative sentence and exclamatory sentences also. So please keep following me. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.